Welcome back to the Ascendant lands. Where we last left off, the party were out getting themselves fully equipped with companions, and Nadia successful getting a direwolf, and Krusk half successful getting a cat, but wanted so much more.
The idea of Krusk with half a cat. Front half, back half, just like the left half.
Yeah.
He
He wanted to get a black and white cat at once, but he can only afford the black part of the cat first.
I know, but it's still funny.
Well, he wasn't allowed to. It wasn't. There was more because his racist tendencies.
His elf racism.
We're all wondering why there's so many elves. We all want to know.
But it's how you go about asking the question.
Yeah,
I was trying too hard to be diplomatic, and then I just gave up.
Yes, and to be fair,
You badly to be diplomatic. Sorry, Matt. Off sharps.
That's absolutely fine. And so on your purchase of the direwolf, you're currently waiting on the other half of the money to be corroborated against by the bank. And as such, Reginald here has kindly put you all up so that you can make sure that none of his assets are leaving until they've been fully paid for. And so, as it goes into evening, nothing much happens. Are you all happy to continue a long rest, or is there anything you wanted to do during the evening?
No, I didn't have any plans.
Yeah. Sweet.
Just what we discussed.
Oh my god. Just what we discussed.
Nothing evil. It's
not what you want to hear.
Harmless deity chatting.
The classic discussions. That's absolutely fine. So you complete your long rest, and you wake up in the morning. Reginald is there with your direwolf, which I believe you had a name picked out for already.
Yeah.
So
I'm calling her Ulva. It's not very inventive, but it's the kind of shit that Nadia would come up with. Therefore,
It's a good name.
it's absolutely fine.
I like the name.
So you all are in this bottom left house. Basically, had breakfast provided for you, and he comes in and he says, "Right, I've got the direwolf for Nadia.
yep.
I've got a hawk for Jarvis, an eagle for Joe Michael, and I'm still waiting on a few days for the rest of you, so you'll have to wait." There you are. He goes over to you, Nadia, with the wolf, and he looks at the wolf, speaks a word, and fiendish, you think? The wolf effectively nods, as what you can imagine. Looks at you, Nadia, and just goes up to you, and sits next to you. Reginald will say, "So, I assume you want your companion. You want her to be friendly to you and your companions. I suggest having them feed her just a little scrap of meat, so that she understands that you're all together of one pack almost for her, so there's no confusion, and that if you are to go about walking at night or not, she will know that you are not to be barked at, or to alert yourself, Nadia, so that nothing's untoward." Okay. But apart from that, there's nothing else. Therefore, unless you want to go around the barn again, you're free to go if you wish. I wish you luck, and Krusk, hopefully I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank
Yes,
you very
good
much.
sir. Hopefully very soon.
Pleasure doing business with you.
No, I don't think Talari would, go anywhere that you didn't need to specifically.
Yeah, you spent all of yesterday like skulking in the flipping stables because you were too grumpy to go and look at like the zoo.
Yeah.
It's just animals, you know?
Just why? You know.
Why?
Over here,
Why?
I think. There we go.
I love how the two elves.
Yeah. No. So yeah, Talari would just probably go straight back to the, because she'd assume obviously that now you've got the wolf that would just be carrying on our way. So she'll just be in the wagon,
Yeah.
cart, whatever it's called.
Get the horse hitched up to
Yep.
the wagon, I guess.
Mhm.
Introduce.
That'll be prepared for you.
Yeah, introduce the wolf to all of my friends. We are all friends now. It is all good.
The wolf
Something else
gives the
to
horse.
I bet
The
they're
wolf
dead.
gives the
for
horse
nothing.
a customary sniff.
The horse is not
the
very
horse is
pleased.
it's a bit skittish, but with you there, and the wolf, there's like no hunter-prey interaction with the wolf feels between the wolf
Yeah.
and it, so
Yeah,
it's
no, she's
calm enough. But
definitely, like introducing them, like, do not
Yeah.
freak out, you horse. You do not freak the horse out.
Mhm.
kind of thing.
yeah, the horse. Sorry, the wolf knows to
Not
be
freak the horse out.
calm and careful. This is a trained dire wolf. It
Mhm.
knows how best to behave. The big question for you is that do you want the wolf to travel in the car, or do you want it to get some exercise and travel alongside you?
Well,
in the
it's
car?
absolutely huge, so if it goes in the cart, like, ain't nobody else gonna fit.
It is a large beast,
It is
but
a
there is
large,
space in the car if you wanted it to.
Just about. If she wants to ride, she can ride. If she wants to run, she can run.
Please,
Oh, what's your
run.
command?
Please run.
She's probably, if it has a guard, she's probably better off like running.
But its speed is probably
So
close to the horse, isn't it? If it's a large beast, it'd be probably quicker than a.
50 feet.
I think it's 40, isn't it?
It's 50 feet for
50.
dire
Oh,
wolf.
50. Oh,
What's the
well,
horse?
I think it's
What's the horse?
60, I think.
Good
I don't
question.
fucking know.
What is it? A draft horse?
No, it's a war horse.
It was a war horse.
It's a war horse.
Yeah, it's a big
It's a
old wolf.
big,
Oh my god.
big
Horse.
Lance's war horse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good old war horse.
Where is
60
my
feet is a
fucking-
war horse.
Yeah, 60 feet. It's faster.
Exciting.
An extra.
Okay.
Should I put the horse on my sheet as well, Matt?
If you
So
want,
it's there.
in general, it's not going to be in combat, so it's not
I
a
meant
huge.
for, I was thinking about things like
Just for you to keep track of.
yeah, the speed and that.
Speed, health, in case
Yeah.
it does get hit, I suppose. And
Yeah.
If it needs
Can
to
do
roll a
if you
check
want.
or something, I don't know.
If you have to
Not
do
bad
that,
idea.
go for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense.
Right,
Uh,
I've added a horse. Yeah, the horse goes 60 feet and then only has 19 hit points.
Fair
It's
enough.
not very good for a war
So you can
horse,
roll.
is
You
it?
can roll that if you wish to as well.
If it's not going to be a combatant, I won't bother. I was just surprised at how low it is, given
Mm.
that it's specifically a war horse. Then again, I suppose you can equip them with armor and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
true.
It's
So,
based
yeah.
on it.
And most
At the
people are
moment,
trying to
it's
hit the
hasn't
rider.
got armor, is it? No.
No,
I
don't
imagine
think
in
it has.
armor it would be slower though.
God only knows.
Um,
I'm not trouble with my own stats. I'm not gonna worry about armor in the fucking horse.
that's all right.
Like just putting that out there.
Yeah.
That's all right. Haiss, can you please roll your kitty
Mm.
cat's HP, please? It is 1d4.
Does he really have to roll 1d4? If he rolls a 1, he'll have the squishiest cat.
It's bad anyway. So
Oh no.
I have a constant reaction to shield the cat if anybody swings at it. I'll just
No.
not leave him in the way.
no, you can't have that.
No, even on my lowest damage, if I punch the cat, it dies.
You better not punch my
Presumably,
cat.
as a trained
Technically, because
trained
Talari's
cat,
strength is -1, I could infinitely punch this cat. Because I do 0 damage with my punches.
Amazing. Amazing.
That's just messed up, man. That's sick.
funny.
What you get?
Talari's just like,
Right?
I'm petting it.
Be more a slap than a punch.
It was it. She goes to slap it, but it is just more like a stroke, just with her feeble strength. Oh dear.
What's the HP
Horrible,
has?
Sunny.
Oh
I
dear.
rolled it in the thing.
She wouldn't do that, obviously. She wouldn't, But
You're horrible, Sunny.
2.
They
Okay,
don't-
it's
Horrible. Cruel to poor
Two-
sweet
2
kitty.
HP it is.
With
It is
only
a
2 hit points. What the fuck?
2 HP kitty cat.
It's basically, it's a domestic cat. I'm not surprised.
Yes. And it's an experienced cat, but it's still just a cat.
Still just cat. Krusk needs to get the cat some armor.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
No.
I
No.
said armor. I think it would be hard on the cat though to walk around with like plate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can't.
Could you imagine?
It couldn't be as agile.
If anything, get a charm that says when it goes down to when it nearly gets hit, Misty Step.
Wow.
That
That
would be helpful.
amazing. I actually, if we're going to Azuf anyway, I'll invest in some
No, we're not.
protection magics.
Moradin.
Well, we were.
We're going to Moradin.
As in, eventually we're
Yeah.
going to Azuf, right?
Oh,
Maybe.
Vistra City.
Well,
Maybe.
you might be able to find it in Moradin, to be fair. It's all crafted.
Yeah.
There's always going to be magical shops in most
Yeah.
towns, to be fair.
Your current ultimate destination is Mistra City.
Oh, Mistress, sorry. That's what I meant, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Just the
Yeah.
magic-y thing.
Hmm.
I want to go to Azuf.
Cool cat armor. Okay, so and on the road you go. You get waved out quite fairly easily.
Clop.
Uh,
We're on the road again.
and you're on the road.
Nice. But then, yeah, I think we would just be on the way to Moradin City, but be very vigil. I think the plan was for Turi to be up there with Nadia, looking for specific ambush spaces to avoid us getting surprised. Because if we're gonna run into these bandits, we're likely to run into them in this stretch. So, and then even inside the cart, we should be sort of battle ready, weapons drawn, so we can fight straight away.
Can I
I say weapons drawn. There's no one.
run ahead at certain over bendy, particularly covered intervals? So, like where it's really forest dense, where there's like valley, cliffside edges, like all ambush points that are pretty good that I can see in the distance. Can I sort of run ahead to scout them out first?
So you want to run ahead and scout out places for potential ambush where ambushes may or may not happen.
Bingo.
Isn't that voluntarily
And-
running into an ambush?
Suicide.
No,
Possibly.
because presumably Turi isn't just going to go strolling down the fucking road. She can go
No,
like sneaking along in the
the
bushes.
plan is to ninjally dash.
Gingerly dash.
All right.
Yes.
Is that the correct term, or is it?
What's the difference
is that the
between
official
normal
term?
dash?
No, the correct term would be to stealth and dash.
Is it the Naruto run where his arms are out?
Yeah,
out back?
the Naruto run across branches, basically, of
Yeah.
the trees, and then across, like... That's exactly it.
That's it. Oh,
It's the
dear.
stealthiest run I know.
It's the fastest, don't you know? It's fact.
Yeah.
It's fact.
Hands are
Yeah,
behind
but
you.
you
It's,
want
it's
to-
faster than possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aerodynamic.
but
exactly.
Putting your hands behind you makes you go
So-
faster.
Has she got a cape? No, she doesn't.
She does
She
have a
has a
little...
hood.
She does,
Got
she
a
does a
robe,
little
a
bit of
hood,
Yeah.
I
cloak,
don't know.
cloak and hood.
Hmm.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have it like flying behind her because she needs the hood up, otherwise she can't see.
Yeah, my hood will be very much up. Luckily, it's a very magical hood, so I assume it stays up even with wind resistance.
I don't know. Does it?
Oh no, God, no! God, no!
In general, it's fine. For dramatic flair, maybe not always. We'll see.
Yeah.
So essentially, you want to dash ahead every mile, 2 miles, 3 miles.
Yeah, kind of regular intervals, and where it's particularly dense, where it's a little bit not if it's massively open, there's no point in me running ahead. But if there's like dense places where other people can hide, or it's looking to get that kind of terrain, then yeah, I want to
Hmm.
go up, check out, and then come back.
So like this
Yeah.
brown part, is that sort of more barren than this?
There's a key.
It's
somewhere,
more,
isn't
Is
there?
that okay?
not for the
Yeah.
colours.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's just the towns.
It's just towns. All. You can so in general, dark green is definitely forest.
Mhm.
Yellow and the pale yellow are like desert-esque environments.
Right.
The pale green you can imagine as like vast grassland.
Oh, okay, so
Um,
less dashing ahead, probably.
so but in this like pale like grey stuff, it's just more like because you're on the coast, so you got the coast on one side, and you've got like not dense forest, but it's just like overgrown
Mm.
stuff. So, like you can imagine like going down like a country lane, right? You
But you
got
did-
like
Decent for an ambush. What with like the way these things tend to roll, like there's probably
Yeah. Yeah, if you imagine you got like peaks and troughs of like a country lane as you go down, there's
You can hide
there's
some
pockets certainly.
you
Yeah,
can
so,
hide
like,
a
so
surprising
you
number of people
yourselves-
behind the top of a hill.
Yes.
So
Yes,
for
you
you
can.
yourselves when you were hiding from the priests from in Torn Village, you found yourself a copse of trees that you could sequester yourself in. So it's certainly plausible that there's stuff around on the way. This is the essentially you're starting a 9-day journey on the road. So it's going to take a long while for you to get to Moradin City.
Mm.
Just so
So
you know.
glad we Saturday to get there.
We've got enough rations and stuff, I think, so should be alright.
So you've got 5 days each,
Oh,
and so you'll need to forage and such as you go. But the plethora of outdoorsmen's and women's among you, it's not going to be a huge issue. You're not going to go hungry, especially with a direwolf with you now. I can
So
run after a
definitely go
deer.
hunting. I've got a fucking direwolf to feed.
Oh yeah,
Probably go hunting with you as well, because I need to play with my longbow skills.
So yeah, so for the most part of the day that you're riding, it's fairly calm. It's not exactly the bluest sky in the world, but it's fairly grey, but no threat of rain so far. It's been fairly windy though. The wind's been picking up from the past like week or so. It's gotten to get a bit windier. And as you come to the end of the riding day, is there anything else you wanted to discuss as the group before we go into the second part of you setting up camp and such? As you went.
I'll introduce my cat to everyone. Just like formally.
Thoradin,
it's allergic to cats. Why would you get one?
I thought I hit the mute button just in time, but obviously I didn't. Okay. Yeah, Thoradin likes the wolf, but he's only going to call the wolf wolf. And yeah, I'm not sure about how he thinks about cats. I don't think he's going to really regard them much.
In that case, we all know who the cat's new favourite sleeping spot is going to be. So like
Yeah,
that. If they know you don't like them, they absolutely come and sit on you.
Let's
You
hope he
can
doesn't accidentally
tell.
step on one.
Decide between Thoradin and Turi then.
Exactly.
Great.
But
Who's
you know,
going to wake up with like a
No.
cat on her head?
Thoradin's got the beard. So
Cat's going to be yeeted across the tent.
Oh my god. If, like, it can just
Oh,
claw
God.
at your beard.
Kinda
Yes,
I
like-
mean,
it
they wouldn't have
would.
much height to jump, so he's quite a short fellow.
Mm.
Brilliant.
True.
Brilliant. But yeah, no, I
keeping
can't-
an eye out for like signs of the bandits and stuff, like signs of if they've like attacked other people on the road. I think Nadia would definitely be looking at.
Mm.
Sort of battle.
So
Like,
far, it's
so
a day out. It's a day out of Torn Village. Fairly quiet for you guys.
I think we did all our arguing about where we were going and what we were doing and
Yep.
that last
Yeah.
session.
Yeah. I think at this point it's just path, just heading towards the village unless something happens, I guess. Don't think.
Road trip montage.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
I think it's about, given how specific Matt's been with the timings, it's entirely possible we're going to be interrupted.
Oh, of course.
We don't get attacked by bandits. I personally am going
It's-
to be dead disappointed.
It's a lie. It's fake. Nothing's gonna happen. It's all hunky dory.
Oh, that laugh. Holy shit.
I see I'm afraid.
Oh dear. How naive you all are, apart from Louise. So yeah, so the first night, generally quite okay, not too bad. You essentially one day out from Torn Village. It's fairly quiet. You set up camp. Can I please have survival rolls from everybody, please? You're setting up camp. This will encompass your success in hunting as well.
Right, where is mine?
Oh, yeah.
Natural
Hunter,
20.
Or is this for myself? I
Ooh,
need to hunt?
Turi is
12.
like the best
a group check.
survivalist.
12.
Are you shitting me? I've got a natural 20 as well.
I think
Damn!
sorted.
Amazing.
An entire boar, you know. I got.
Come back
I got,
with a giant
We
elk.
both
Yeah.
went hunting as well.
I got a 12.
Excellent.
I got a
Krusk?
6.
6 and a 15. Okay. For the setting up camp, overall, you feel like you've done a good job.
With 2 nat 20s, I hope we did.
You hope so. You're pretty well covered up. You find quite a nice lee in a hill that's not facing the road, and you feel like you can have quite a nice fire. One that's going to be pretty good for roasting a few deer or so. Ulva is very much willing, and almost she can smell the deer on the hunt already, and she's kind of like, "Come on, come on,
Come on, hurry
there's
up.
deer out there. I want to catch something." And as the three of you go out to hunt, you are very successful. You get 2 deer, which is enough rations for the wolf for 2 days, and everyone else for another 3 days.
Nice.
Thoradin for 2 days. He wishes.
He wishes. He's not Krusk. Krusk doesn't have Goliath portions, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think it was all of his, sword swinging and stuff. So his appetite has shrunk marginally since dying.
Calorie burning isn't happening as much.
Mm.
Just move over to the campsite just in case, if you wanted to do any RP around here. But yeah, in general, you got a lot of food, enough for 2 days. Oh, sorry, 3 days for all of you and 2 days for the wolf.
Nice.
Everyone, you guys should be very pleased with yourselves. You did a very good job.
Hey.
Nice. But no, don't plan to say anything else.
The only thing I can think of is just because Turi really wants to. We're not doing spell components, are we? Or are we?
Depends on what you're trying to do.
Dancing lights?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, dick with the cat, dick with the cat.
I'm dicking with the cat.
Cantrip is fine.
So, Turi does some dancing lights. It's just like globules of glowing orbs. And she just puts them close to the cat and kind of leads it slightly further away from camp until it's out of view.
If it goes
And
out
then
of view, Krusk will go after it.
Well, when it after it goes out of view, trying to do this without Krusk's notice, then she's just gonna say, "Krusk, where's your cat gone?"
I think Krusk would notice the cat leaving, to be honest, because it's like his obsession at the moment.
Okay,
And
well then
also,
a
I was
merry
gonna
chase
ask-
carries on as the dancing lights will take the cat and Krusk all the way around the camp.
I was going to ask, does the cat feel harassed, or does he seem harassed by the lights, or is he enjoying it?
He's just fascinated. It's like a laser pointer for a cat. It's like, where's it coming from?
Yeah.
On my name.
But yeah, he won't let the cat out of his sight, essentially. But I'm happy to let it run around and, play with the lights. But he'll
Okay,
just
yeah,
kind
not
of
run around. I'll just say then,
Uh,
for an experienced cat, it's pretty dumb.
Turi, please do not speak of City in such a manner. It ill fits you.
Right.
Cats are like that. They like playing with things.
Yes, he's a valued member of the JC, and I'd expect you to treat him as you would any of us.
I'll make a globule go towards the direwolf and just be like, what about this? Does it like that? Is it like a cat? I've never had a pet before.
Wolves like lights.
I mean, it's just more like sat there and just fascinated. It won't go after it because this is
So it
Just
kind
more
of
sat-
looks at it, but it doesn't run after
yeah.
it.
If it gets too close, it might try and snap at it, just out of curiosity, like it would like a fly or something.
What does it taste of?
Yeah. Like if you imagine like a dog trying to catch a fly or something, it'll try and like snap at it, but it generally won't leave Nadia's side unless told. Cats generally a bit more fluid, so it can generally do as it pleases. Because it's an experienced cat and knows what it's up to, so it feels it's got some confidence to do what it wants.
Go and chase little lights, yeah.
Okay. Turi's done playing with the cat and wolf now. Snap them. They're out. No more orbs of light.
Didn't know you could do that.
You can do a few things. Something in my blood or something. Most Drow can do this kind of thing. I can also do this. Fairy fire. Make us all glow.
God.
It's all dexterity saving throws, people. Make them now.
Oh my god.
If you like.
Right, dexterity saving.
I rolled a
for the
four.
lols, as we're showing off skills now.
18.
That's a 6. Really
What
bad
even
roll.
is my spell? I think my spell modifier is just my charisma score.
It's 13, your DC.
Oh, 13. Okay, so. Oh yeah, there you go. 13. Anybody beat that?
Can the wolf
No.
and the cat roll, please?
How much
wolf
damage does
doesn't
it do? Because
either.
if this kills the cat,
It
It's
doesn't
no
do
damage.
damage.
It doesn't do any damage.
Jesus.
Just
could
makes
you
you
imagine?
glow.
So
Been
each
there for
object
2
in a
minutes.
20 feet cube within range is outlined in
You're all
blue, green, or
basically gonna
violet light.
glow with a green light.
Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light. If it fails a dexterity saving throw for the duration, objects and affected creatures shed a dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Any
And
attack
then there's
roll.
attack rolls stuff,
Oh god.
which is important for now.
For now.
Don't worry, I'll go to sleep and be able to use it.
That's quite.
It only lasts a minute.
That is quite handy though. Things can't be invisible and stuff. It's actually a very handy thing to have.
Yeah.
I've used it many a time when hunting down a invisible mage person, but the main problem is that I don't really know where they are at the time when I cast it. So if you're not in a 20-foot room, a little bit difficult.
Well, I guess the idea is to do it before they turn invisible.
Yeah. I can also do this.
Oh my god.
I'm using darkness,
Oh my god.
just so that everyone. So this.
All shed in magical darkness. The wolf immediately gets up and touches Nadia, and so does the cat. Tries after a few seconds, finds Krusk, and they're both immediately on alert.
No, it's okay. It's just Turi dicking around.
See
Turi, you're freaking out
everybody.
the wall.
Now
You've got the cat
nobody
and kind
can
of
see
come to it.
anybody. This is exactly what it is like for blind people. Think about it.
Or people who don't have dark vision, I suppose. So that's how the rest of you see.
No, this is worse than the regular dark, I think.
Yeah, you can't see in magical darkness, so.
Even our fire doesn't penetrate this.
Mhm.
Wow.
And I end it.
Oh,
The wolf relaxes, as does the cat.
Ideas like pat the wolf on the head, like it's okay. It's only Turi dicking about.
Calms down a bit.
Just showing you
Wags its
the
tail.
capabilities of what can be very useful.
That
I'll
is
cast Dancing
useful.
Lights again for the cat since Turi stopped.
But then if I don't really understand how the darkness thing is useful, because if you put it on us, we can't see, and if you put it on somebody else, we can't see them. So it's not.
You can hide in it.
But you can hide.
Yeah.
But then
Or you can get away.
I mean,
Yeah.
wouldn't
If you know where you're going, your enemies suddenly being unable to see is really useful because you're expecting all the lights to go out. They're not.
But then can't they just walk out of it?
They can, but
Also need to
They
know where
will
they're going.
they need to know where they're going. They haven't got their escape route planned. You have. They also aren't expecting it to suddenly become dark. There's going to be at least a couple of seconds while everyone's exclaiming and trying to work out what happened and trying to, like, get rid of it or whatever for you to make a swift getaway.
Makes sense.
I mean, there is the opportunity of tripping over your own feet in the dark or tripping over the cat in the dark.
Usually trip. It's a rarity for me.
But, like, your enemies are going to be a lot more discombobulated than you are. You were expecting it.
Exactly. Tactic.
Guess that makes sense.
I was planning on using it if Thoradin was in trouble in the whorehouse.
Well, you know.
Well, if you were in trouble, then we could do the darkness, I could grab you, we could get out of there.
I had plans to get myself out. It's fine.
I'm
Thank
sure
you for
you
thinking
did.
of me.
Uh-huh.
The only trouble with that plan, too, is I don't think grabbing Thoradin in the dark would go too well. It'd be more likely to thump you than anybody else.
I'm not sure he knew it was me.
Oh, I suppose. So, what do you reckon the odds are of being ambushed by bandits tonight? Nadia's like sitting there, like playing with the wolf's ears or whatever, if it appreciates that.
Well,
Like, you know, when you've got a dog's head in your lap and you just like scratch their ears.
I mean, it's affection and it's like bonding. So
Oh, yeah.
it's what part of the pack would do. So
Mm-hmm.
to be fair,
Yeah, she's just gonna sit there like scratching its ears and be like, "So, what do you reckon? What odds on being jumped by bandits tonight? Or do you reckon we're still too close to the town?
who knows?
Convert still too close.
You think we're close?
I
I
suppose.
think we need to be more centralized for their particular attacks.
I suppose you want to be as far away from the towns as you possibly can, because so those guards don't get involved.
For me, yeah.
Mm,
Makes sense. So you're probably what, another few days away?
Give or take.
could do.
Well,
Magical bandits or whatever the hell.
yes, they leave.
Yeah, hopefully none of them can turn invisible, because I just used my fairy fire.
How many
When
times?
does it come back?
The morning?
Right. Maybe that wasn't the
That's
best idea to just waste it like that then.
Hey. Krusk was allowed to show off his new special things.
Yeah, but you know, I'm sure he can do it more than just once.
I don't know how magic works, I just do these things.
I suppose.
I don't know. Having magic running in your blood is not all it's cracked up to me. B, my brother is a sorcerer and he's constantly like turning things blue. And gave himself like a head full of feathers once and
Oh wow.
Sounds like
set some stuff on fire.
maybe he needs to practice more with that. Like that's, you know.
He does practice. It happens anyway.
Oh.
Sounds like a serious danger.
Yes. Yes, that's, you know, you don't really want that kind of randomness when you're casting stuff.
He's right most of the time.
Well, hopefully my magic never does that. That could prove quite
Lost.
problematic, you know.
bit.
Heal someone and instead of healing them, blush just gushes out of them even faster.
Can be a bit inconvenient.
Or, you know, try to heal them and accidentally set them on fire. That doesn't sound too appealing.
Sprout them feathers, turn them blue,
Yeah.
Says I'm pretty good that you, Nadia, are my ally and not your brother.
I'm a complete hazard as well, just in a totally different direction.
Yeah, exactly. It's the direction away from me and towards my enemies.
Hopefully, yes.
As long as you don't piss her off, I suppose.
I'll try my best.
Nadia's going to
Whatever.
grin at Talari in like a deliberately disturbing manner. She's obviously putting it on.
I guess you don't piss off the wolf then, Turi. Otherwise, I don't think you want too angry, you know.
I've got
People
enough
on
on my plate.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if she did piss me off, it would pale into insignificance beside everybody else she's pissed off. Then again, I am standing right here, so
You would most likely get the first punch. Before some gods.
yeah, exactly.
And
Like
maybe an entire
what I
cult.
lack in power, I make up in proximity.
Yeah.
Still, I feel like I am a bit outclassed.
I consider you a serious threat just amongst the gods. Don't sell yourself short, Nadia.
Sorry, I just thought of something. Can Krusk try something else tonight? He's gonna just draw like really simple, like symbols in the ground and try and like teach the cat. You know, like this means like this means that. He's
You're
gonna try
trying
and
to
like.
teach your cat to read.
I want it to be able to communicate on a deeper level, so he's gonna try and
Krusk
I
is
don't know how
trying to teach the
successful it'll
cat
be,
to
but he'll
read.
give it a go. Not read, but like so then the cat could
Krusk.
communicate better with me because it could draw, the icons. So he's teaching the cat how to write, essentially. Yeah.
It's teaching
like
the cat how to
hieroglyphs.
write. That is not
Imagine
better.
like hieroglyphs.
But that video, those videos of that dog who can like speak by pushing buttons.
Yeah, so
Funny.
something like that is the idea.
Bernie senses danger.
God.
I was gonna say, that's gotta be really simple, like danger, bit like
Yeah,
the
it'll be,
druidic symbols you sent
Really
me.
like crude,
Hungry.
like simple, concepts and stuff. But he'll just give it a go. I feel like he'll appreciate
Roll.
the challenge, City.
Roll an intelligence check for me, please.
For me or the cat?
For you, I'll roll the cat's intelligence check.
Okay.
So this is to test of
Right.
how well you can explain and how well the cat could try and comprehend.
I bet
This
this
isn't
cat
exi-
is fluent in
This
Infernal.
is an experienced cat. So you have certain advantages that it's seen a thing or two,
Okay.
but it's still out of its wheelhouse.
Okay. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I got an 18 for my intelligence.
It didn't do as good because it's a cat.
You need something like awaken. If you can awaken the cat.
I thought that's only inanimate objects. Is that not inanimate only?
No,
what are you trying to
awaken
say about
can be
my
used on an
awakening?
animal of 4 intelligence
Oh,
or
right.
That
less.
would actually be amazing. If I get awaken, I'll do that.
Oh my god.
Do I feel like any progress has been made, or am I just like talking to a brick wall?
Essentially,
No, you're
pretty
talking
cool.
to a cat.
Awaken is a bard or druid spell.
That's okay. I'll give him some extra food for effort.
Like it's like you try and draw it, and the cat's just like pouring at it. Like, do they think it's like a game you're trying to play?
I'll give it a treat for trying hard.
Like it's intent. It's interested in what you're saying. It's just more like it's a game. Like,
An infernal man.
Mm.
It doesn't make
Oh,
it
of
doesn't
course,
necessarily make
yeah.
sense in terms of the normal commands you would give a cat.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that's
But
fine.
I don't think anyone knows that it was infernal. They just know some weird language. So
I don't think
English.
Krusk knows him. Well, Matt said I could recognize it was like hellish type thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you can
he wouldn't-
understand. You
wouldn't
can
say that.
understand it's from that plane.
Yeah.
Because Krusk was inserted as deep, so
to be
Oh,
fair,
yeah, true.
to be fair, you know abyssal somehow. So if you know it's not that, it's got to be the other one,
Wait, do I?
supposedly.
I previously might have known it. I don't know if I still know it.
Oh, okay.
Let me check.
anyway, as day goes to night,
We have a
Whoa.
nighttime camp. Hey,
Wow.
that's cool.
Wow, very fancy.
we
Sick, Matt.
That is awesome.
That is well sick.
Put on your night vision goggles,
Yeah.
boys.
again Spellerina. It's a great map.
Yeah.
That is cool. I like that. I like that a lot. That is some like A+ scene setting there.
So as day goes to night, how do you go set up your watch? You set it up the same as before.
Me
Yeah.
first, then Talari.
Um,
Talari getting the should be lighter hours of the
Yeah.
morning.
yeah, we'll do
Turi
that.
getting the darkest watch.
Cool. As
Yeah.
You prepare
I
for
will
the evening.
instruct
bed
the
down.
guard wolf to guard.
Wolf begins to guard, along with Turygurtha and Talari. So what you'll see of the wolf as during the night is that every now and again it'll get up and pad around the campsite, and then go back and curl up next to Nadia and go back to sleep. Every now and again you see an ear twitch, and slashes the tail around. I think you might be hunting something in its dreams potentially, but for the most part, this night's quite quiet. Nothing out of ordinary is going on. It's all pretty chill. And then you wake up in the morning and all is good.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think, like I said, Clara wouldn't do anything special. She'd get ready to set off again. It's a long trip ahead of her. No, sort of wouldn't want to wait around needlessly. You know, eat something and then, you know, head out.
Yeah.
So yeah. So as you go on throughout the rest of the day, again pretty much the same as before. Pretty chill. Turygurtha heads off every now and again. Still pretty quiet for the most part. You don't. It's quite odd actually. You expect that you would see somebody on the roads.
No.
Yeah, we're
the same
the
route, guys.
only people.
This is some evil shit. Can I roll Arcana? Is there any lingering evil magic?
No.
Wait, you say we don't see anyone? Do we see any tracks though?
Well, it's a well-worn road, so it's just the normal road that you're traveling now.
Tracks. Thousands of the fuckers.
Are we still seeing animals in like the normal abundance, or is it like the animals are kind of thinning out as we travel? I know we hunt-
Question.
That's a good question. For the most part, you've started to leave the farms and that kind of like. So you're seeing less cows and less pastures, less fields of wheat, and more wild areas. So more just wild grass and more. You see an odd deer every now and again. The wolf looks very tempted to run after the deer. Nadia says no, stay here. The wolf obeys. That kind of thing as you travel, but for the most part, there's still no other travelers that you like going from Tyr Town to Ilmater Town or Imelda Town to Golden Village, like or Malar Farm. Those places usually saw like a handful of people throughout the day. Like you would see journeying people, but so far,
Travelers and that kind of thing.
so far, no one's caught up with you on the road, and no one's passed you on the road yet. And the days have still been fairly dry, fairly cloudy, overcast for the most part, but still no main weather. There's still no weather ahead. You start seeing the Scrare Stone. You see the mountain range ahead of you. Scrare Stonebones' teeth. They start to peek over the edge of the horizon as you travel. You get a sense that might be blocking a lot of the bad weather or warmer weather from your end, and that you might like this might be a conflux point of like a lot of weather that happens around there. So there's lots of dark and heavy clouds over there, over those hills, not so much over yours yet. So you might think in a day or so.
Make the weather.
Yeah, in a day or so, you might expect some bad weather to come, but so far, so clear.
Nadia's gonna look at it and be like, "It's gonna absolutely piss down tomorrow."
Oh, lovely.
Essentially. Travel a little bit further. And as you bed down for the night, sniff the air a bit, you get a good sense it's probably a good time to set up a few tents just in case for the night.
Don't fancy getting wet.
No.
One thing that would she say this icy? Probably not actually. OC. Rain is a good way to hide footsteps, or the sound of footsteps. Just saying.
That's what I was thinking.
Also, free shower. Free shower for Thoradin.
Oh my god.
And he would say that I see.
Oh my word.
Out. Krusk will shield City's eyes, so he's not traumatized.
He's always shirtless anyway. I mean, what are you
No, but-
holding?
No, but he's
What?
like this
I
is
thought he
like
was in the full
a
shower,
shampoo advert. This is like shampoo advert. He's like he's going through his hair.
Is he keeping his loincloth on? That's what I want to know. Or his shorts, whatever he's wearing.
He's got trousers on. Yeah, no, he's keeping those on.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
God.
It's a bit
Can't possibly have your
civilized.
cat. Can't possibly have your cat seeing somebody's ding dong. Now can we, Krusk?
He is an innocent soul. He doesn't deserve this.
Well, actually, he's a very experienced cat.
Yeah, he's probably quite an older cat. Like
He's not
Exactly.
seen some
Perhaps
shit.
this cat had sired children. Or I don't know if it
Like,
is
certainly might be
capable of
pedigree.
doing
You
so.
don't know.
I
He
mean,
may be experienced, but not in the ways of
Going to be shocked that
Yeah.
much by Thoradin.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's
either,
a cat. It probably doesn't understand what a ding dong is.
Yeah,
Doesn't give a shit.
Affected.
Not a penis.
I mean, he might stare for a few seconds, but he just gets on with the same thing.
Marvel at the.
oh my god.
I don't-
No.
Stop.
No.
Oh god.
That's probably not the right words I would use, but
Oh,
moving
man.
swiftly on.
You might want to keep the
Yeah.
cat away from him, though. By the way, Krusk, just in case Thoradin picks it up to rub himself with.
Oh,
Scrubber.
I had a far
Yeah.
worse mental image.
Oh god.
No.
My Krusk was gonna have a look, just a chat with City, just make sure he's doing okay. You know, check in with him.
He's so cute.
Okay.
Who's
That's
making
good.
cat noises?
Me.
That'd be Matt. That'd be DM Master General.
Yep.
I would.
Even
Playing the
voice acted the
NPCs.
cat, yeah.
While Krusk is away, though, I will kind of turn to him and go, "You do realise that when this cat dies, it's going to be pretty bad. He seems to get very
Yeah.
attached.
Oh no.
We're about to
Right.
get attacked. We're probably going to get attacked by bandits along this route, and
I would give my life for City, as he would do for me. But it won't
It's a
come to that.
cat.
I
We'll
don't
just
think. I don't
replace
think. Yes. Well, you know.
Experienced
Larry,
cat.
I've-
If it
You
thinks
should
it's gonna
learn the
get cut in
way
half,
to maybe protect the cat, or maybe hide the cat, or maybe just tell the cat when fight happens to run away. Because
experienced cat. I'm sure
Good
it'll
thinking.
like hide.
cat will
will-
die. Well, if it's a cat that only listens to commands, cat might stay with Krusk no matter what.
Okay, I'll say to City that if we should come under attack, then he should hide until the fighting's over, and I come get him.
Well, let's hope you don't get captured then. You know.
If I get captured, I will expect every member of the JC to care for City.
Okay, Krusk.
It can care for itself. It's a cat.
No,
I don't-
guys. All right, Krusty's gonna call.
Boop! Emergency meeting.
fellow members of the JC.
Oh my god.
I have gathered you here today to discover something which I thought was a given, but recent information has come to light that makes me think it's not so certain.
Krusk, we know what this means. Why are you doing all this pretense?
If I am to fall in combat or be otherwise captured, you must take care of City, and you must return him to. What's the guy's name again?
Reginald.
Reginald.
You must
Turn to Reginald.
return him to Reginald, and inform him that though Krusk was slain, City lives on.
So Talari will say nothing and just sort of look around the group and like, we ain't doing that.
If you get killed, I'll feed your
Everyone
fucking
needs-
cat.
He needs. Okay, wait. What did Nadia say?
They'll
I said,
do
if you
it.
get killed, I'll feed your fucking
Nadia will
cat.
take care of your cat. Your cat's
We'll
fine.
hug Nadia and say, "I knew I could count on you, Nadia."
She's pulling the face at him. Like,
Just shaking her head. Talari's just like, oh my god.
Your word is your bond, Nadia. And if Nadia is to also fall in combat, who will take her place?
The wolf
at that
probably.
point, Krusk. At At that point, Krusk, I think we've got a problem, and she's going to pat him on the head.
Okay,
The
Krusk
cat
is
will
gonna
go to a worthy cause.
throw it in.
Your stomach.
Yeah, my stomach.
Throw it in. If I were to write a will,
Oh my god.
giving you all my gold in the event of my death, under the
On
condition
stipulation that you took care of the cat.
Krusk, I guess you're worth a
The
bit.
clause will be you have to return city to Reginald, upon which time you can withdraw all the funds from my account.
He's
mean,
worked you out, Thoradin.
Yeah.
He knows how to get you in,
Is there
doesn't
going to be
he?
anyone to back that up?
You're right, Sid. Now you have.
Oh,
The will now.
Oh,
we're
witnesses.
your witnesses, you know.
Yep.
Chuckling.
And I have
Who's the witness?
957 gold in the bank.
Ooh. Okay, I'll agree to that.
Okay. So Nadia is first cat back up. Thoradin is second cat back up. I think that'll do. if we all die.
Probably, if
So-
Thoradin and Nadia are both dead, probably all dead.
That will never happen, Terry.
I think we'd be
Okay,
a lot
right.
more in trouble if both Krusk, Nadia, and Thoradin died.
All
Yeah,
your tanks.
If
At the
they're
same
all
time.
dead, no offense, but your cat city is not going to be my most important priority.
Definitely not.
Sorry, by saving city, you'll be saving a part of me.
Chances
keeping
are,
a part
Krusk,
of
if we suffered that much of a casualty, it's chances are it's your fault.
I've
It
done
was your
nothing.
fault last time.
That's
But it was your fault in the place we just came from.
Okay, no reason to throw the blame out here, guys. Come on.
Nobody got hurt. We had a perfectly peaceful encounter. Admittedly, they did try to lock us in. Do you reckon they were going to try and shank us, Terry?
Probably.
absolutely. They were definitely going to try shank us.
And
It
their
is their way.
way of doing this, let me get this straight, is to try and have the door creak incredibly slowly shut behind us.
It's a
I
big
think
door.
it was for an attempted dramatic effect, but
It was
It-
shit. As an ambush goes, that was the worst planned ambush I have ever encountered.
yeah, just to be clear, the death cult, the agents, very
Usually
terrifying assassins. The people hidden as priests, little too much for the dramatic flair.
I was going to say, if the assassins are supposed to be competent, I hope those guys weren't the assassins, because they wouldn't.
No. The assassins would never see the light of day. You don't meet assassins in the real world. We're all holed up in the temples until they get taken out to go do a job.
That is a fucking shit way to live.
I mean, when you're a person who doesn't really like sunlight, it's not a huge problem.
No. Being like in a temple, not a problem. It's the whole like being shut in that's the problem. So this begs the
Wasn't
question,
too bad.
Turi, where was the temple? Because we could go there and fucking kick it down the mountainside or whatever the hell.
Guarantee that if the password has changed, the temple is moved.
What? Just the whole building?
Well, not the whole building. What I'm saying is they've moved wherever.
Oh, all
they've,
the people have left.
Oh yeah.
Changed offices.
They're renting out a new space.
Hmm.
Very chic, probably.
It'd be worth a shot.
But we don't know where it is, and if they've
That's
changed the
it.
locks on
Terry
Turi,
knows where it is.
but they changed the locks, so if they've changed the place as well, we're not going to find out.
Yeah, but even if they've left, they might have left something behind.
That'd be a bit
I'm
sloppy,
just
wouldn't
putting
it?
it out there.
Well,
putting
it
it
was
out
in Bahamut City,
What, inside the city?
in the church.
What, you lived in the church all the time?
DM Master General is that? Yep.
And nobody noticed?
We just try and remember.
Quick pause to consult with the DM.
Yeah. There are steps that go down to a lower place, more underneath the actual church. But that is where I stayed for most of my 200 years.
Blimey.
It's like, actually,
you
no, I know
know.
this.
That I know.
Would you
It's
not?
like just a thing. under the city, and nobody fucking notices. Actually, there was quite a lot of things under that city that nobody noticed. Maybe city dwellers are like unobservant.
How did I? How did I never see? I suppose if you're hidden,
You're never looking for it.
I guess so. I'm just surprised I never saw you round town, like at least
I-
once.
I didn't go above ground very often unless I had something to do. And when I had something to do, I was usually trying not to get noticed.
Sneaking over the rooftops, dropping in through people's windows.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense.
You probably saw a lot of my handiwork.
Probably had to deal with a lot of your handiwork. Now that I think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. But me personally, no, you wouldn't have seen until.
How many people are there to assassinate in such a small town?
Well,
Oh,
Okay,
you'd be
quite a lot of
surprised.
people, but still.
Lots of people have, scores to settle.
Oh yeah, but when you've got to settle your score at the cost of your own life,
Well-
like how many people actually go for that?
was life for a
That's
life? Wasn't it not their
Yeah,
life? Was it? Was it? It was anyone's life.
Person
Right,
who-
had the person who
so-
requested it.
Oh, was it the person? Oh, was it?
Yeah, as a person who
Oh, I see.
requested
Then
its
it's
life
justice.
Right,
for
right.
the justice,
Gotcha.
because
Because that's just. No, that's just if you're like
okay,
reckless
look,
or suicidal.
okay, do I complain about how you lot were raised? All right,
No, I'm not going at you. I'm going at them. Okay, you realise?
I get it, but what I'm, at the time it made sense.
Right, yeah, but like you are not to be blamed because like nobody ever told you any other way of doing shit. On the other hand,
Not that I
Everybody-
remember.
everybody else who like goes and does it is presumably like a functioning adult. And if I think something's a fucking bad idea,
That's an outside view, though. You know, when you're inside, you don't know. It's all about better
no,
perspective.
right.
You
I'm
gotta think of
talking about the people who go and hire the assassins, not the assassins in the cult, right? The people who go and hire the fucking assassins.
These people, they would be driven to this. I remember one was a man who lost his daughter to this old hag, and I had to go in there and kill this old hag. But the man, he lost everything. His life was forfeit to him anyway.
Mm.
He did not care about his life. He only cared about, well, as I know now, vengeance.
Makes sense.
It's like a really convoluted way of committing suicide to me.
Yeah, if you're going to commit suicide, you might as well take someone
You
down
might as
with
well
you.
take somebody else out. Yeah.
For a lot of people, that was the situation. You got to understand. To come to us, I can see now, was incredibly horrible position to be in. So, obviously, they were not particularly happy with their life. At the stage it was. They were driven to it most of the time.
You could be in serious amount of debt, and you're going to get killed anyway. I don't know. Borrow money from the wrong person. Who knows? I'm sure there's plenty of situations. Well, clearly, if you were kept that busy.
Yeah. I mean, a
I'm
lot of
just-
my years were training, but yeah.
Also, it means you never have to do any kind of refunds because you've just killed your customers.
Don't take. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have thought of it as that kind of like customer. Okay, yeah, no, you're kind of right. I get it. Yeah.
Also, it doesn't mean.
That wasn't the purpose. Though.
Also-
It
also,
wasn't
that
to
doesn't-
avoid refunds.
Although it does mean that you kind of have to keep getting new people somehow, because like if you, I don't know, went to go buy bread and you started killing all the people who bought bread, there'll be nobody left to buy bread.
This is why I'm surprised there are that many people who want to like get a hit out on someone.
So do understand, for like nearly 150 years I trained, and then you'd have the odd job and training in between. Like it's not like I was killing every night. Okay.
If
but
you
there's-
were killing every night, there'd be nobody bloody left into your town.
Exactly. So don't overthink it. Okay.
That's what I do.
Right, so odds of being ambushed by bandits tonight.
No, but this time I haven't wasted my fairy fire.
Thank good
Somewhat
for,
higher.
for that.
Do we reckon? What do you reckon's happened to all the people who are walking on this road from?
I'm very
Shit, where's
worried.
Were there none?
Matt, what's the next town?
Moradin City.
Moradin.
Is the next.
Moradin City.
Would you expect travel to and from a city to be quite like heavy?
Well,
Well, maybe
The
a lot of them
question
have been
is-
scared off by the rumour of bandits.
Yeah,
But
so
of
that's
the
one
ones who are left
possibility.
over,
Hmm.
we should have seen someone by now, and all we've seen is a load of cows.
Yeah, well, with the poster, if you can get it out, Thoradin, or whoever has it, I can't remember.
Yeah, where is
Um,
the post?
Krusk, I think.
Krusk, if you can get out
Krusk,
the
where's the poster?
poster, if you remember, these people are there's no one is left. It is without a trace. So however they are doing this, if they are picking people off from either side of us, then we are going to meet no one.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Picking people off behind us doesn't seem very likely because it was all like farmland up until this afternoon.
Yeah, true.
And I figure nobody's coming this way because bandits. And it's not like a huge city, but a couple of people should have come the other way.
Mm.
Mm.
I mean, I'm no ambushy person. Ambusher.
Ambusher.
But
Tactician.
Sure,
yeah.
tactician,
Alright,
strategist,
tactician.
all viable words.
All right. Either way, like the map kind of just says like there's a lot of trees. I assume that's what this green part means. And if you're gonna like sneak up on somebody, you'd think they do it from a tree, surely, rather than a
Trees,
rock.
high cliff tops, some kind of invisibility magic, and many more.
Hmm. I suppose they could be invisible. That makes sense.
Well, it's quite obvious they have some kind of magical means to do what they have done, so I think we should be prepared for that kind of thing.
Also, bear in mind, like if they can magically see in the dark, your little darkness cloud thing probably won't work. Now that I thought about it, I was kind of thinking about that today.
Only if they can see through magical darkness.
Well, I mean, if it's as we saw, it's a dragonborn, orc, or whatever it is, and a human. These things that don't have dark vision, that have dark vision, they're not going to do that by eating carrots. They're going to be doing that because they've got some kind of magical means.
Yeah,
Which-
but surely it would take a stronger magic to grant you the ability to see through another magic spell rather than to just grant you the ability to see at night.
True, because dark vision's a lot easier to grant than true sight.
Who knows? We don't know the extent of these things.
Well, unless they've got like
No,
weird
I'm
blind
just
sense or
saying it would take
something.
a spell. And there aren't that many people who can suddenly turn the lights out on you, so...
Maybe. Just something to bear in mind, I guess. That it might not be necessarily a.
I think the fairy fire will come in more useful, definitely, but
Oh yeah.
I think darkness is still... Even if it forces them to cast a different kind of spell, that's helpful.
Mhm.
Well, I guess we just have to take each day as it comes and always prepare for a fight, which I'm sure you do. You do anyway, Thoradin. But like for the rest of us, I don't really need to prepare anything because I don't.
The trick is to always be prepared for a fight. In that case, you're not caught napping,
Yeah, makes sense.
Sleep with your weapons close.
Yeah.
That's what I've done every night
Weapons
of my
close,
life.
one eye open.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can always see when I'm sleeping anyway. So
Yeah,
That's
dancing's a little bit different.
I
We
don't
can
know,
always
it's strange.
sense, not
Sense.
see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's really weird. Do
You
not
just sleep with your
dream?
eyes open.
Do I
Do you not dream?
Well, the only time I dream is when some kind of god tries to speak to me.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't dream.
I mean, think of it like, like how you daydream. It's kind of like that, but at night. So it's not like a full dream where you're
Just
like
like
somewhere
half
else. You're just like you're thinking about stuff. It's like
Yeah,
a little
so-
bit more like wavy, if that makes
So,
sense.
more in your control and kind of more along the lines of it's actually just your subconscious thinking about things, not really so much of your unconscious and you're going through this whole weird mystical... I don't know how dreams
Apart from when the god thing happens, like the god thing, I
Yeah,
think is like probably what I would imagine dreams are like for people.
Yeah, out
Dreams
of your
make-
control.
Yeah, you're not in your
Dreams make
body.
less sense.
You're not in your body anymore. That kind of thing.
Dreams, like real dreams, make way less sense.
To be fair, none of
But-
these have made much.
Yeah, but you're having like a rational conversation. Well, mostly rational. Depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
I take that back. Most of them weren't rational fucking conversations in the slightest.
Do you think they take like a course Like, or they have like a lesson. You think it's like God
What, a
101?
lesson?
Yeah, to like talk
What,
in
and how to
riddles.
invade people's heads?
Yeah, well, that and
and
like how
think
to talk
about?
in riddles and
Wouldn't
know
that be this
indirectly.
kind of some innate ability? If you're, you're a god, surely you can just. I'm going to
yourself
talk
in
to
there.
this mortal.
No. As in like.
Oh, what?
They-
How to be an unhelpful little shit about
Yeah. Basically. Do you think that because they all do it? They, from what I'm
You're
hearing
right,
from
they
you people,
do.
they all seem to do it. I wonder if it's just like I think
No,
it must
they
be a
do.
thing. Must be just a thing, or maybe it's like a prerequisite. Maybe in order to be like ascended, you have to be like a little shit to begin with.
Maybe there's like a
You're right.
translation barrier. Like they start talking normally, but then there's a mortal translation that ends up in weird riddles.
So you think like they
Maybe.
talk in such a complicated manner that our brains can't handle it, so it dumbs it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I
Wonder
could probably, I could
Like
believe
god
that.
language, translator, us.
Yeah,
I could see that. I
I
could see
can
that.
see that. Yeah, most of them talk an awful lot of shit. The only one who really made sense. Did any of them actually make sense?
Probably not. That'd be too
That's
easy.
good. That's a good point, really. Most of them didn't make much sense at all.
Maybe that's why only
No.
like what they appoint this one person to be like their priest, because like that person has like, I don't know, maybe some way to have a direct conversation. I don't know.
They know the language.
There you go. That's it. They get taught the
Mm.
language.
Yeah, maybe. To be fair, Elduff did not talk shit, but I'm not entirely certain about that. Like, the
Totally
goddess of
fair.
peace is talking to me.
Yeah.
She seems to have the wrong person in my mind.
Well, maybe you'll be surprised. I mean, Bahamut's talked to me, and I'm very much like, you look at me, I'm the wrong person to talk to.
Yeah, but I can kind of see the connection. I can kind of see the connection. there.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, he was very clear as well. He was kind of like, go to this place, do your penance, and you can, maybe do better next time.
Maybe because it was a dragon. Maybe they have like a different.
Don't
Oh
be
yeah,
harsh.
maybe.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Elduff
not
isn't a
god
dragon.
language, just dragon. Dragon's easier to translate.
Elduff isn't a dragon though.
Oh, what is it?
I like
What?
her say she wasn't talking shit.
Oh.
She was just like, "There's gonna be a war. I don't want a war."
Hmm.
Funnily enough.
Maybe she
Stop
just
the
Maybe-
war, maybe?
Maybe just good gods talk normally.
Oh, that's
No, the
true.
bad
maybe
ones talk normally as well. Don't you worry.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Thoradin.
They can be very useful and very nice. I'll have
Maybe
you know.
maybe it's a wavelength
Only-
thing then. Maybe like because you guys are on the more
Only-
wavelength of your god.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not really on the
You
wavelength
could say that 'cause
necessarily.
you are also a complete dickhead, Thoradin.
me and Talos are best buds. I mean, I love that guy. He's great.
Oh
He's
my
great.
God.
He's just like straight to the point. Gives you what you need, to get the job done.
Can't be any worse than Tempest, who was a pain in the arse.
Hmm. Yes.
Kind of nice, but also a pain in the arse.
Well, you seem to be having a lot more better time than I am. That's for sure.
I
Just
am
gotta
dead
find the right
curious
one.
as to who talks to you, Talari, because
It's no one like necessarily interesting. Who?
you always avoid the question.
Who actually like any of them?
No.
I'm gonna judge you, given either. Well, I don't know. Did you?
Come
turn
on,
them
we
down?
all know that Thoradin is Invis an evil god. I was Invis an evil god. There's no judgment here.
Well, okay. The way
Krusk
the
got
way
shanked
the,
and stopped being a Barbarian, it's cool.
the way I see it, they want my help with something, and I want their help with something. So it's like a mutual exchange of services,
It's a deal.
basically.
I thought I had one
Who have
with
you been
Baal.
making deals
Didn't
with?
go well at all. It was horrible, actually.
Just one of the gods.
Yeah, which one? Come on, Talari, fucking the spill. We're not gonna let you wriggle out of this.
Come on, Talari, I
Come
need
on,
my sleep.
Talari,
I mean, I
fucking
need my
spill
trance.
me. Come
Hang
on.
on, I've got to try and figure out my notes. 1 second. I think it was.
I forgot which god you made a deal with.
I
OC.
believe-
I have spoken to a lot of them.
I will lead the cat
Literally,
to
I think
you and claw your face.
literally like every time I've had a dream, it's been a different person.
Oh, yeah,
Practically.
I believe
Did
the
you
one.
write down which one you said okay to?
I think
I'll
it's.
drop.
I think it's. I
Matt.
think it's Kellenvor. I think that's the
Yes.
one I've got the deal with at the moment.
Mhm.
Kellenvor,
That's true.
which
Or
is
isn't evil though, is he?
Kellenvor. I think is the god
He's
of the dead.
neutral.
I think he's
God
neutral,
of the
isn't he?
dead.
Yeah, lawful neutral, god of the dead.
Yeah,
That's
he's
not so bad.
he's not
You know,
bad.
neutrals. You know, I think if anything, neutral people.
Boring.
They're well, actually, no, flexible.
Nothing
Because
wrong
they're
with being
not
neutral,
the problem with
Thoradin.
being evil and the problem with being good, it's very limited. You want the grey area in the middle, which is the neutral.
Where you can just like do a bit of this.
Is
do
that a
bit of
grey
that.
area
So
though?
what are you doing
it's
for
kind of
Kellenvor then? What's
the
the
it's
grey area?
the line that I set. You know, I can heal people, I can throw fireballs. Grey area.
It's flexible for me. Heal people and I can throw fireballs.
You know, so
That's
He's got to be a special kind of mind to study both disciplines. So what are you doing for Kellenvor then?
he wants me to look. It's a he, is it? I think it's a he.
I think he's a he.
yeah, I think it's a he.
Don't misgender the gods.
Oh, it's god of. Oh, it's god of the dead, not goddess. Yeah.
Yeah, God of the dead.
Oh, he wants me to look into something for him.
So what are we looking? What are you looking into? Come on.
Where do we need to go for this? I told you where I need to go for my penance. Come on.
To be fair,
Details.
as previously,
Dolphins.
as previously, you know, specified or not specified, I guess. Like, I don't know where to go. Like, it's not really clear. It's one of those sort of open-ended things I need to look at.
Did you write it down? I find if it's a riddle, if you write it down, it's a lot easier to visualize and try to figure out the solution.
It's not so much that. It's more like, so you remember what was the town called? Shit, the ghost town.
Kellenvor's Island.
Oh, no. That
Actually,
was
yeah.
Oh, Lyra Heights.
Oh,
Lyra
Lyra
Heights,
Heights.
yeah.
Lyra Heights. You know how in Lyra Heights, you know, there were ghosts, things,
Yeah.
undead, and stuff. Well, Kellenvor doesn't like that because the problem with people when they're undead is they're not dead. And
Yeah.
and he wants to
Right,
basically wants people to be dead, not undead. And he's asked me to try and figure out
Rules with the system.
how are people becoming undead and not dead. Basically.
Well, we
So-
do have 1/5 of. She's going to hold up the amulet. Do you have 1/5 of the Demon Lord of the Undead in here?
Which could help, to be fair. And that's, you know, partly
We
why
shank him. Maybe it will stop. That would be really
Should
good.
try
I fucking hate
communicate
undead.
with him a little bit and ask him about the medallion. Get a bit more detail.
Yeah.
Because I think some bastard in there keeps trying to talk to me.
Oh,
Maybe,
no.
you know, if I
Again, did that happen again?
No, only once.
Okay.
Wait a minute, Matt. Did it happen again, or was it only once? I can't hear you.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, not yet. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. It'll happen again.
I mean, to be fair, if we you know do this thing and they somehow destroy him, I don't really know what's going on here. For all I know, they're probably going to summon him. But
Killing him and
It
then
might help.
shanking him. So I think that's going to go wrong. But
you know, hopefully this will aim towards, you know, if it may not necessarily discover why, but at least it may stop it happening. So that's why I'm kind of all for this little mission of ours, personally.
So, basically, like, our current journey is on the way to my particular goal. This journey is your particular goal, so we're all good. Thoradin, what the fuck does Talos want with you?
Doesn't he just want you to kill everybody?
Hey man, just cause some havoc.
Cause some fucking
That's
havoc.
Nothing. You know, summon thunder. This trusty hammer here. I can pack a real punch, and you know he just wants me to cause
we
cause
should
a bit of
start writing this
chaos.
down. We should start writing this down. We've got like a list of agendas now.
You don't need to.
We've got Talos wants chaos.
Of course you'll say that, you want the chaos.
We've got Tempest wants war, funnily enough. His counterpart wants peace, also could, you know, definitely have predicted that one. Auriel wants eternal winter. Also pretty fucking predictable.
I mean, they
Yeah.
all tend
Kellenvor-
to they tend to stay in their lane. To be fair, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Kellenvor wants people dead. He is god of the dead.
Tyrannus wants things to stay balanced.
Shock horror.
Yeah, but like knowing like the actual agenda is
Well, it's just a method, isn't it? It's the method to achieve what their title is.
yeah, right. So then who else have we got? We've got
Mistra
Cyril-
wants Krusk's, I don't know, enjoyment of magic stuff. I don't know what that's actually about.
Mistra was very. What's the opposite of
Welcoming,
pestering? Yeah,
you said?
welcoming. She just wanted to welcome me. She doesn't have a hidden agenda that I can see.
I'm sure.
Okay,
I'm she
sure.
doesn't.
Mistra doesn't have a mysterious agenda. Sure, whatever.
She was
Probably
a very
an
nice
agenda.
lady.
probably an
She just
agenda
came-
somewhere.
She appeared to me to welcome me into the fold of magic users.
Sirik wants Tyr
Chaos.
dead and chaos probably amongst the gods or more evil seeds, as well as probably me dead. Baal probably wants similar thing, also wants to
Dead
kill
people.
Sirik and wants my head.
Hmm.
Bahamut wants me to take
Penance.
a pass of penance, so I
Yeah,
could
but, like-
actually, you know.
You're right, but what does Bahamut want in general?
I have
Not
no
like-
idea, justice assumedly.
Yeah, you'd hope so. You're right.
But he's only been very clear about my specific insults to justice.
If he doesn't trust you, he's not going to tell you what he wants, is he?
No, I
And
don't.
probably he won't trust you until you go and do this thing.
I'll
for
go
him.
to the temple on this pilgrimage, yeah.
Hmm. So basically, what we're trying to say here is
They're all after some fucking thing.
based on what their
It doesn't
title is.
seem to quite match up. Like,
Well-
I can't quite see the connections yet.
Well, everyone just seems to do their own thing, is it not? I don't think there is a grand scheme.
They're all trying to get what they want out of the chaos. The chaotic ones are thinking, hey, let's grab as much as I can, and the non-chaotic ones are going, oh, stop,
Hmm.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Trying to restore, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's a shame that you don't have I was gonna say it's a shame you don't have anyone who's like bigger than the gods who could just go around and kick them all in the fork when they start causing trouble.
Like
The
a
trouble
king
is
of
with-
gods. Or like
Yeah,
a
but the
like a
trouble is
all-father.
if they had that, then if that person got out of hand, you'd need someone even bigger than them to go and kick them in the fork, and it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is no. Who does govern them?
No
They don't.
one.
No one.
The
They've
only
got-
governance they
govern themselves.
have is the fact that you lot keep fucking replacing them every 100 years or whatever it is.
Oh.
But that
Yeah.
doesn't stop some complete dickhead getting all the way up there and dickheading it around for 100 years.
Hmm.
There is
Or
a system of checks and balances in place. That's the Ascendant process.
Oh yeah, probably. But Nadia is A, 19, and B, doesn't give a shit. She's not in a very good mood. Doesn't think very much.
No,
of
but
the
that's
system,
that's,
doesn't know
that's
very
your
much about it.
that's the only sense of authority that the gods could have against them. Is the
Mm.
Ascendant process.
I mean, I suppose they must be something because Tyr got a bollocking. So, you know,
Yeah, he
someone's
just
obviously.
got like
Well, he was
he just
up
got
for
like unascended, didn't he?
He's up for ascendancy, and somebody, Sirik, took great advantage of this.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
And
like,
great advantage of me.
but like after the JC
Mhm.
said,
Oh, please,
brought it all into light, he got in trouble, and so someone has to obviously be the authority figure to put him in trouble. So there must be something that's.
Have like things to like like you're being ascended, so we're gonna like bring you down so a mortal can kick your ass like on an even footing.
But then,
I
but
think.
his ascendancy's got paused, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, but then they were like, well, we've got you now, so we're just gonna bring you all the way down. Fuck this.
Hmm. Who knows? I guess we'll find out when Arg sorts of does his thing.
When
But-
when we go to the courts, we'll probably have a much better idea of how this all works.
Maybe. I doubt it. I'm sure it's equally convoluted.
Most things are in government.
But yeah, we're probably
And
just
they've
gonna.
gone off without leaving anything behind. You'd think if they were so like dedicated to their people, that they would at least leave a note. How hard can that be? Back in a few weeks, Tyr's in trouble.
Probably didn't have time.
How much time does it take to go? Sorry, be right back. Bye. Not just.
I don't know. I don't understand these things. I just fix wounds. I don't really ask those kind of questions.
And throw fireballs.
And throw
Right,
fireballs.
but
That's more of a
These are the kind
recent
of questions
development.
I think we ought to be asking.
Well, this.
Because he has fucking vanished, and does nobody else think that's fucking suspicious?
Don't they do it a lot? No?
Yeah, but he's only just vanished.
Okay, but
He
again,
was there all the time.
Maybe he's on
now
holiday.
he's not there.
we discussed this the other night. Way above our pay grade.
That's very true.
Still suspicious.
Who knows? Maybe
I think we keep our eyes out, but unless anybody has particularly involving dreams, I don't know. If Mistress a god of magic, maybe she can give Krusk some knowledge on some information and stuff. I don't know. Magic is about intelligence
Has
as
to
well.
talk with new cat.
If
That's the only spell Krusk's interested in.
To be honest, I don't really see us getting any movement on that until you know, Args sorts his thing out in about a week and a half. I think until then, I don't think we're going to get much more information unless, like, you know, as Turi said, some god decides to impart some actual knowledge.
Chance would be a fine thing, wouldn't it?
Well, this is it.
Maybe if I get in with Bahamut, he'll be like, yeah, so Turi, here's the lowdown.
We can only hope.
Maybe?
She just looks up at that man and just goes, trying not to offend here, definitely not an offensive thing. Just saying you're all-knowing and very wise, Bahamut.
Don't call him all-knowing. He's probably not. And it's like,
Well,
Nadia's going to
fairly
reach over and-
well-knowing. I mean, come on. If yours like the main good dragon deity, come on.
How many good dragon deities
Yeah.
are there?
That doesn't mean he's all-knowing. That just means he knows about good dragons. Or whatever the fuck. And justice.
I mean, to be
He
fair,
probably doesn't know about any other thing.
to be fair, I'm sure he's probably very stressed right now. You know, he's just had to sort out.
Taking on a whole new job.
Well, this is it. You know.
A lot of
He's been
stuff.
shoved into the spotlight. He's
Yeah.
probably busy like, what's going on?
Exactly. You know.
Working out what Tyr was up to. I don't know.
Who knows? I don't really get that kind of. You know. Didn't even think it was that easy to like just switch like that.
Me?
No, like gods.
Like the gods just
Bahamut's
switch
been
towns.
given Tyr's. Bahamut's been given Tyr's stuff, and it's just like taking it, and that's okay.
They just changed the
Yeah, I
name
don't know
just
how
like
they
that.
work. I don't know how they work.
I mean,
either.
has that happened a lot? OC, like towns just get renamed completely. I was gonna say, because like gods are pretty
you know.
are recycled, aren't they? So like that's not going to be in any of our lifetime if it's ever happened.
Usually the Ascendants would deal for this kind of thing. This is unheard of. This is this is not normal.
No.
Not since the Holy War has something like this happened.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I think we should deal. You know, that was part of the argument we had a few days ago. I think we just deal with the one problem at a time. Let's deal
Deal
with
with the problem we've got.
that
Not
one.
letting this
The
fucking amulet
medallion.
get stolen
If
by
it talks
bandits.
to you again, Nadia, say.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking sick of people walking into my head and being like,
I know. Tell me about it. It's like, yeah. Well,
I mean, for people who don't usually dream, like at some points it's exhilarating, but most points you know, I don't do it usually. If I do it now,
like, it gets boring after a while. I don't know how people put up with it.
yeah. How do you guys do this like every night?
most of it.
Oh,
I enjoy it. Dreams can be fun. They can be whatever you want
Yeah,
them
you
to be.
just dream random shit,
Say?
and then you forget half of it when you wake up, and most of it's like really weird.
That's so weird.
it doesn't
It's
sound
stupid.
pleasant. Like,
No, why would anyone? Why is dreaming considered such a nice thing?
sounds terrifying.
That's so strange. Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Thoradin says like sometimes they're nice dreams, like you dream about, I don't know, doing things you like or talking to people you like, and that's nice. Then sometimes you get like nightmares about being chased by whatever the fuck, and that's not very nice at all.
No,
It can be up and
I don't
down.
like the sound of this. Sounds
No.
like a Cyric dream.
Yeah, it sounds, yeah.
I'm out. I'm glad I'm an elf.
Definitely. Well, half elf, but close enough.
But which half?
The ears off.
Top half.
Top
Top half is elf.
Just
Bottom
one
half.
side massively elven hair, other side human hair.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, I wondered, like, half elves, I suppose, would have smaller ears than an elf?
Yeah, they
regular
have
elf? Slightly smaller
pointies.
pointies, yeah.
Not as prominent.
Not as prominent.
Not as
Okay.
elfy.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay, now
There's a
off of
bit-
that tangent. Night watch?
Yeah.
So I suppose we better
Yeah.
go to bed and see if we get attacked by bandits.
Yes. As you guys are preparing to bed down for the night, it does begin to rain.
Fantastic.
At first, it's just a bit of thin light rain, but it quite quickly turns into that thick, like proper like summer rain that you get every now and again. That's like
Absolutely pissing down.
that's like hinting thunderstorms. Like it's been dry the past few days. Like thunder and lightning could be coming tonight.
Fucking great.
During Turi's watch, I'm going to use dancing light to try and improve visibility around the camp.
What Talari's going to do, she's going to roll up her bedroll and lean it against one side of the tent to look like it's a person leaning there. While she's obviously in the middle, not touching any of the sides.
You're
Like
gonna get
trancing.
dead cold doing that.
True,
Sat
but
on the floor, you're gonna be freezing.
well, she's you know, after the conversation, she thinks, well, if it's going to start raining, then you never know. She'll wrap up with something else. Don't know if she's got.
So you're actively going to, even on trancing, you're going to sit out in the rain.
No. She's going to be in the.
Just sitting in a tent.
She'll be in the
So-
tent. Trance.
So you're
She's
going
trying to
to
make
tent.
it look like he's
She's
somewhere
making it look
else
like
and
someone's against the tent, so if someone decides to shank through the tent,
They'll shank that instead.
they'll stab her
I mean, that's
bedroll
gonna
and not her.
That's going to screw around with your waterproofing, but sure.
I was about to say you're gonna end up with very wet bedroll.
Mm.
The
I
water would
suppose. That's fine.
soak through.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Although
fine.
depending on the kind of, you'd probably get a damp bedroll at the
Yeah,
very
it's
least.
essentially
At least
canvas.
the base, yeah.
It's essentially waxed canvas. Is what you've
Yeah.
got.
Well, dry out during the day.
It'll be doing well. Not if it continues pissing with rain all day. It
Oh,
won't.
I suppose.
You'll be doing better than you probably would be in like a modern tent, but you're still gonna have a damp bedroll.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, she doesn't sleep in the bedroll. She trances. Like she's probably just sitting on top of it and trancing, so she doesn't touch the actual floor. I'd have thought most of the time.
That's fair.
So should be okay.
Okay.
But yeah.
You can say that out loud, you don't have to DM me that.
I was trying not to like interrupt discussion. Talari will see. Turi's going to go into Thoradin's tent to trance
Okay.
and leave her
When
tent
her turn.
empty.
Okay, that's fine.
And the whole camp is gonna smell of wet dog.
Yes.
Mm,
Um,
The cat is gonna be well unimpressed, like hiding under Krusk's cape. Like, no, don't let me get wet.
Did
Gus has got
Turi
a
bring
tent,
a?
he'll give the tent to Sophie.
well, you can share the tent. You're going to need to keep
But
warm.
he's not
I'll
allowed
ask
to.
him if it's okay, and if he's okay with it, then I'll share it with him.
He wants to bed up with you, so
Oh, great.
I
Okay,
do
yeah,
is like
I will.
kneading thing on you, and
Okay, yeah. Krusk will put up with him.
Do we have any kind of way of like sitting outside being sheltered for when we're actually on watch, or do we have to watch from the
Like-
tent? Or is it like
Yeah,
a little?
just
I
make a
walked out
little
in the
awning.
rain. I came back into like Thoradin's tent dripping wet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She
Have you got a bedroll, by the way? Is Turi coming in with a bedroll, or is she going to use mine, or we share?
No, she's not gonna like she's trancing, so she'll be sat up
She's
Oh,
not
okay.
sleeping with you.
trancing.
Oh yeah.
It's just like
we can decide that in a second. So can I
Uh-oh.
have perception checks from Turygurtha and Talari, please?
Did my dancing lights help with visibility?
Yes,
Does the guard wolf
Yes.
get a? Does the guard wolf get a perception check too?
it does, but because of the nearby thunderstorms, it's not as effective. So it's not with advantage. It's just normal.
Mm.
Perception.
18.
perception? That's
Oh,
plus
right, I
3.
see.
That is an 11.
Okay. Don't fuck. Oh, that's a fucking good roll. 25.
Okay. So
She's got a +6 to perception, and I rolled a 19.
Nice.
Damn.
sweet. So
And in her keep.
That's what I got.
during Talari's watch,
Mm.
you see the wolf kind of act like you haven't noticed it before. Normally, it gets up, even though it's a bit wet. It goes round, paces around the campsite, and then goes back into tent to try and get some semblance of dryness. But this time, it's kind of sniffing around in this area here.
Sorry, hang on. Ping out. Can you ping again?
Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong thing.
Okay.
I was in the wrong layer. So you see the wolf sniffing around in like this area
Right.
from me. Well, it's worth probably splitting everyone to where their tents would be.
I gotta wait for Thoradin to move.
I guess I'll claim this tent.
Yeah, that's fine.
Although Nadia's actual tent is probably a lot smaller than this.
Yes, the
But
tent's
Put it in the
close,
pot.
I don't know.
I suppose her tent would be there.
Yeah, sweet.
Good tent.
Yeah.
Krusk can go there. With the cat. Kitty cat.
Actually, no, yeah.
That's fine. That works. It's not. Doesn't have to be dead on. It's just
Yeah.
it's wet. And so you're kind of close to the middle. You've managed to get part of like the canvassing of the from elsewhere, like some spare supplies to try and get the rain mainly off you while during the rain. So you still got a fairly nice view, but it's not great. And you see the wolf start sniffing around here. And normally it wags its tail. It's not wagging its tail.
Yeah. We never really decided how. We probably discussed this, but how do we alert each other? Have we said?
I swear you've got message.
I have got message. Yes. I suppose. Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, you've got message.
I've got
if all
message.
else fails, go and kick them.
Well, I would probably then message Turi, because you're probably the most coherent because you're trancing rather than actually sleeping.
Where that the wolf isn't barking. Must be confused.
So I would send a message to Turi to say I think the dog's found some dog. I think the wolf has found something. Be on alert.
Eyes open. I'll kick Thoradin.
Yeah. What is it?
The wolf has possibly found something. Be on alert.
Oh, actually, minor illusion can create a sound. Oh, but only in like. Say how far the sound goes. It doesn't really. I suppose it's. That's interesting. It'd be your voice, someone else's voice. You can create a sound. Its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, beating drums, or any other sound. So I could probably just use that to wake everybody else up.
Depends
I
how
wasn't sure if
stealthy
you
want
want.
to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
stealthy or
For
not?
now, we don't know. So at the moment, she will step cautiously towards the area, trying to get a better look, readying firebolt. If anything, you know, if she sees a person there, or not, yeah, if she sees a person there, or anything like that, or a creature, a thing.
Tori's immediately gonna do like same sort of thing, but in her vicinity, just to check if anyone else might be on there.
Yep.
Okay.
Thoradin will back her up.
Okay, can I please have perception checks from all of you again, please?
Cool.
Including the wolf.
At this point.
24.
Man, her protection. I should have got her perception sorted out. It's a 14.
Not
Sorry.
too shabby.
It's all right, but yeah.
Can for the wolf,
Like-
please? This is with advantage because it's
Roll for the
actively.
wolf. Okay. Okay, good job. I've got advantage. It's a terrible roll. This one is 22, which is a lot better than my first roll, which was a 5.
Thoradin, you
He-
get disadvantage because it's night, and you haven't got. You've got dark vision.
Okay. I'll roll
Have you
again.
got dark vision? Does the dwarf?
No.
I think
I
certain.
can't
I think certain dwarves do, but oh no, you do. Thoradin has
You
dark
do?
vision. Yep.
Does it?
Okay, if you have dark
why does
vision,
it
it's
say
not
that?
disadvantage. No.
Don't
Racial
tell me
traits
the party
featured.
doesn't
Features and traits, and go to racial traits, and it's right there on the top.
Okay, if you
could-
have dark vision, it's not a disadvantage. It's just normal.
The
Well,
only
he got a
person
7
I've
anyway.
done-
Okay,
He's
7.
just following Turi's lead.
Seriously. So
Too busy looking at her ass.
Yeah, right behind her.
Thoradin.
Sorry,
Fucking
I,
focus, man.
I thought I was dreaming. I thought this was a dream.
So for Turygurtha, in the woods, directly to your south, in this direction, you see a hint of glowing in this south vicinity. There is, and it's intermittent. So every now and again you'll see because it's grayscale, because it's dark vision, so you don't know what the color is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But every now and again you get pops of a glow.
I thought you
And
had
it
like
disappears.
superior. Didn't you have like super dark vision, or was that a different character?
Yeah, but it's still grayscale.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough.
I get
Yes.
120 feet
Further.
when you get 60 feet.
Right, got you.
Yeah, you can see further, but it's still
Grayscale.
Yeah,
grayscale. So you see pops of glowing every now and again in this vicinity.
Hmm.
In your investigation to come closer, Talari, you notice the wolf is sniffing out an actual piece of meat on the ground. And it hasn't eaten any of the meat, it's just really curious because it's none of the meat that you have prepared that you can tell.
Would she know?
And so it's not her her master's meat, so
Yeah.
it's like, what's going on?
Would Talari know that that's a trap?
I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious.
I mean,
is- it
none
is
of us
pretty
would have
obvious.
dropped meat there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll try. How is she gonna? She'll try to put a sort of hand on the wolf and kind of say, "No boy, no boy,
It's a girl.
girl,
Girl.
no girl."
No girl.
See if that works.
She'll kind of tense a little bit at your touch, and then just like look up and kind of snarl a bit in that direction. The wolf will then turn around and quickly dash over to Nadia's tent and begin to try and wake her up.
Pretty light sleeper.
There's nothing in that direction, is there? Like, there's no tents or woodwork or anything like that. Like this stuff, is there? In that
It's
direction?
This stuff
mainly
doesn't
just
actually
wooded.
exist.
It's mainly just wooded. You see it as like the tents is the sort of wooded
Yeah.
area.
Because I was tempted to just throw a fireball out there, but I don't want to like set the place on fire.
I mean, it's
Well,
raining.
it's raining,
Randomly
so it'll be
lob
wet.
fireballs around.
Which
Besides,
was-
if we want to light the area up, I have a better way of
Well,
doing it.
I was the idea was probably more to scare away if it's just like a fox or something, you know,
Or incinerate it.
or incinerate it. Okay, dinner.
How far away is this flickering light? Feetish.
Good question. So it varies between 30 to 100 feet, maybe.
If I were to get out my longbow, would I be able to attempt to shoot at it? not like to
glowing?
hit it, to kind of hit near it to like scare it off. Is essentially my aim.
You could try. It'll be at disadvantage because it's
Raining
not exactly
trees.
clear what's going. Yeah, it's not consistent. When Nadia comes out,
Mm-hmm.
can you please also roll perception? So you go over, you see the meat. Can you also please roll perception? The wolf is very keen.
Well, 19.
The wolf is very keen. Something is going on in this direction. 19.
19.
Do you
Yeah,
two
she's
begin
gonna
to
go
see-
over like on the alert, moving slowly, carrying her axe like ready in her hand.
Do you have it glowing?
No, she's not gonna glow it until she knows what's going on. She's ready to, but she doesn't want to blind like Turi or whatever.
That's
but
fine.
yeah, she's just gonna go sneaking up.
That's fine. The closer you get, the more you realise that there are people nearby. And as the tension grows, you hear a bird call. It's not a bird that you've...
Oh, is this the call of the bad bird imitator?
it's not a bird that you would expect to be in this region. Because it's more of a northern bird than it is a midland bird. It's more of a northern twang to the bird than it does.
God, accent.
But as in the bird call is more of a bird you find in like the tundra.
I know exactly what you
in the
mean.
north.
I'm just taking the piss out of
Like,
you.
caca, mate.
The idea when you say it's got a northern twang, the idea of a bird with an accent is just too funny.
Yeah.
Cool, mate.
Birds do have accents. They're like same with cows.
Yeah, I know they do. I know they do, but it's still funny, innit?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Alright.
Once you hear the bird call, you get glowing swords
Shit.
in this direction.
Oh.
Wow.
At this point, Nadia is. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck it.
That's a lot of them. Nadia is absolutely gonna shout the command word that turns her, like, axe on.
Mm-hmm.
And is suddenly shedding, like, 20 feet of bright light and is gonna full on shout.
Yes, effectively with
Like,
the glow.
to turn out the
night
camp for
turns
being
into day.
attacked.
Wow. That is some bright ass. Alright. Wow.
Effectively, from how dark it is to how bright it is without the axe, it effectively comes day for the rest of you around the area.
Nice.
I'll put my hood up.
So, is it sunlight? Is it specifically?
It's the axe.
not actual sunlight, it's
okay.
Nadia's ridiculous axe. It sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light in an additional 20 feet. It's
Right.
not, like, for rules purposes, it's not sunlight, no
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
how much Nadia calls it her sun axe.
Fair enough. Yeah. Just more that obviously it's not going to actually affect Turi in any way.
Turi.
No, it won't actually affect Turi other than possibly making her squint a bit.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
There you go. You got a glowing aura.
Oh yeah, you can do that, can't you?
I don't see it.
I don't see either.
You'll have to let other people see my glows, GM.
How do you do that?
There's like a
Didn't
thing
even know you could
for
do
it.
that.
Cool.
There's
But
like
I
a thing
assume
for
I
it.
assume with like Nadia shouting out her command word, that is enough to get Krusk awake.
Her idea is basically because she can only see Talari. Her idea is to wake up Thoradin, Turi, and Krusk. She's shouting really loudly, and her intention is like when these people are going, oh, and like blinking and trying to work out what's going on, is to see how many of them she can cut in half before they work out what's going
Yeah.
on.
I mean, do I get to fire one with a firebolt or not? I mean, we'll
Yes.
talk
So
about it.
this will be the start of initiative. So you will get a everyone basically gets a reaction. So your reaction is to do your
Firebolt.
magic word.
Yep.
You can do a firebolt. You can line up your shots now that the swords have been revealed. Turygurtha.
I have a penance though.
Self-defense. This is self-defense.
You in the night? Surely you get a free pass on shooting them, or do you not?
I might do a warning
Penance
shot.
mean you can't fight anyone.
Yeah, you got it. You can't.
No,
you
no,
gotta-
no, 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 no. My focus was to give them a chance to run away.
You can say
To be fair, they started on us. You know, this is
So all
self-defense.
Yeah,
It is
like
up
maybe
to
if you
you
don't
to
immediately
determine.
shoot them, you can like try and intimidate them into running away.
Mm.
Yeah,
them
that,
on
that,
round
that, that
one,
was my thinking.
if it's part of your
burn
penance, you can just be like,
intimidation into
no.
them running away.
Yeah, you try and make them back down, and then when they don't back down, because I
2,
guess they
3,
won't,
4,
then
5,
you'll-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Yeah, 12 fives. Well,
Told you we were going to be ambushed by bandits.
Oh, of course. It's going to happen.
I'm just glad it was last night.
Oh,
So
at least we can
Krusk,
go back to
roll a perception check for me, please.
Good. Perception.
Cat's sleeping on top of his face and he can't hear or see what's going on.
18.
The cat does get to roll as well. Does not get advantage because that's smell.
I got 18 anyway, so I guess Krusk
18.
wakes up.
Yes, you are awakened by the shouting of Nadia. You're not quite sure what or where. You probably don't have time to put on your armor. You probably have time just to grab your sword and shield.
How long does it take to put on armor? It's 10 minutes, isn't it?
Quite a long
So
time.
Yeah.
effectively,
Oh
you
yeah,
can't do it in
ages.
combat.
You can't.
Okay.
You can't do it in combat.
So
It's
Krusk
like
is gonna
a down
say
button.
to Sooty, stay here until I come get you,
Oh, I've got it somewhere.
and he'll run out the tent to see what's going on.
Because what's your armor? It's heavy armor, isn't
Oh, I
it?
guess it's out there when it comes to my initiative, but yeah.
It's heavy armor, your armor, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
10
it's
minutes.
10 minutes,
It's,
yeah.
like infinite time in
Yeah,
combat.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it in combat.
No.
You can't arm up in
But
combat.
I will grab my sword and shield, Matt. I'll run
Yeah,
out of those.
that's fine. You can do that plenty. So what's your new AC?
I will
Well,
work it out.
14 is my guess. If you don't,
Yes,
wear armor.
14, yeah. Yep.
Sweet.
Nadia's hasn't got her shield, so her armor class is 15.
Sweet.
Cool.
And everyone else is the same.
Standard, yeah.
Ones, yeah.
Okay. So, Turygurtha, do you fire a shot or not?
I do, but it's a warning shot like I planned, so I'll.
Okay.
I,
So
my
roll to
my
attack,
main
but this is
focus-
only for if it's a bad roll that's going to hit them,
Right. Good.
because you're actively trying to avoid them.
Like a 3.
Yeah, well, literally a 3. Plus my.
Nice.
Hold on, let me check everything. So. Oh, I have proficiency in longbows now. So that's.
You do.
So actually, that's a
It's
10.
not that bad.
10. Okay.
Not
So
awful.
it's enough to get them to duck, like they can hear the whistling of the arrow,
Good.
but they now
Yeah,
they're
I
not
kind
looking
of
in your
want.
area.
I want their attention.
So at least 3 turn. Talari, what's your firebolt doing?
It's gonna. Well, it was sort of going in a straight line in that direction. So, I suppose people-wise,
So the green-
it's probably
green guy with the
either
bow.
either the green guy or the was that yellow pink. Either one doesn't really matter.
Yellow,
whichever,
pink?
whichever.
Yellow
It was
or
in a
orange.
straight line,
Yeah.
whichever way the dog was facing. So I'll let you decide which that is.
Well,
Possibly
they've all
even this way.
unveiled their. Well, they're now in like the dim glow of
Oh, I see.
But you
Nadia's
can
thing.
see
So
these guys.
In that case, then if I can pick, I'll go for the green arrowy dude.
okay.
And I will attack that. It's
Always
a-
deal with the range.
Always,
fireball.
always. So it's 22 to hit.
It's a hit.
So it's my D10 gone here. It's a 6 plus an 8, so that is 14 fire damage.
He's not looking good straight away.
Nice.
So can I have everyone roll initiative for me, please?
Oh, fucking
Long.
hell.
It's
I'm
been so
rolling.
long.
I'm rolling. Oh
Finally.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
What, like, over a year before you've rolled in it, I suppose?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's in
As a player, yeah.
As a player, yeah. 7 for Talari.
Okay.
I also got a 7, Sonny.
Does
You have to
D&D
reroll.
Beyond put
Initiative next to your armor
Does
class.
D&D? No, but I've got alert, which gives me a +5 bonus to initiative.
Yep, so it's
Is that already applied to my little
Yes.
initiative
Yes,
square?
it should do.
yes. That plus,
Okay, in that case, 24.
24.
What the hell?
I got a
I have a
19.
+7 to initiative.
Fucking hell.
I got a 19 on my reroll. Pass.
Oh, you can go first. I won't go
Okay.
for it.
Fair enough.
Thanks.
I got 17.
Got 18.
And your direwolf, please.
Oh, doesn't she go on my turn?
Oh yes, yeah, we can do
I
that.
thought she went
That's
on my
fine.
turn. That's what it says in the thing.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, it does say
always do that with
Ranger's
companion.
Companion, but so I don't know if that counts because I'm not a ranger, but it does say that
yeah.
she goes on my go.
Yeah, she can go on your turn. That's fine.
I always do that with companions anyway, to be honest. It saves some rolls.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
easier.
It's
Yeah.
easier for like commanding as well if they just go at the same time.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like you can all
Also,
go.
it also lets me use pack tactics without having to spend half the fight trying to set them up.
Yes. Thoradin, you got an 18, right?
Yep.
Can you re-roll for me, please?
Okay.
Oh, looks like
10.
even me.
Turygurtha, can you re-roll for me, please, as well?
Ah, shit.
Man.
That's raw, isn't it?
Yeah.
19.
19. Thoradin reroll. What you get?
10.
10 on the reroll. Sweet. So, next time on the Ascendant Lands, we will see what happens of this fight. Will the camp be overrun with bandits, or will they be able to stave them off? Who knows? Let's find out next time.
Nice.
3, 2.
Dun, dun, dun.